I mentioned at the start it was a 2-game week. We've got Bournemouth on the Wednesday, and then it's Arsenal on Sunday, 2 o'clock kickoff. Now, we beat them 1-0, of course, back in April, and we achieved that on the back of, I think it was 26% possession, if I'm correct, Glenn. We didn't even feature that much in the All or Nothing documentary when I watched it back. Is there any hope we might be able to do that again on Sunday, do you think?
Not the same way that we did last year. I mean, you remember the game last year, it was the Fraser Forster show, wasn't it? When he saved absolutely everything. And we played a formation that was basically 5-4, 50 yards, and then one striker. So
you don't Long win. Celebrating the closing down at the end, wasn't it?
You don't win many games playing that way. And I remember Steve saying at the time, we actually played dreadfully from a point of view of what we did with the ball, which is hence the 26% possession. So we won't be able to play like that. We'll have to play a different way. Arsenal are a lot better than last season. They've got the focal point attacker in the same way that Manchester City have got it. They didn't really have that last year. They've got 3 very, very good players playing in behind the striker. In Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard has been excellent this season. Saliba in defence has made them a lot tighter in defence, and after today they're top of the league by 4 points. Only lost 1 game, and that was that at Anfield or Old Trafford? Can't remember. They lost Old Trafford.
Old Trafford, wasn't it? Yeah.
So they're a lot better than last year. We're not a lot better than last year. So I'm expecting it to be a bit of a chastening afternoon, to be honest. It's basically the team at the top of the league versus the one with the worst form. So yeah, I'm not expecting a particularly pleasant afternoon, and it's going to be one of those where we have to go toe to toe with them and hope to get in front, because I think if we go behind in that game, it will be really, really tough to get anywhere near them.
And Steve, Jesus seems like that sort of missing piece of the puzzle, whilst the players that were already there have started to click, and it's gelling nicely for them.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm slightly annoyed at Man City for agreeing to sell him to a side like Arsenal, because I think everyone, I mean, sort of all banter aside about how shambolic Arsenal have the potential to be at any given moment. They've always looked like they've got the makings of a very good side. If you can kind of get them to be a little bit more consistent, not make stupid mistakes at the back, and have someone up front who can be that focal point, as you say. And Lacazette and Aubameyang weren't that player really. I mean, Lacazette obviously scored billions of goals against us, but not against that many other sides really. And Aubameyang just did as he pleased. He was never really a team guy there. Whereas I think Jesus, I think he buys into it, and there's I think he feels he's got something to prove, having not really been given that much opportunity for City, despite having a pretty good record for them. So yeah, I think they're now looking like they've got a settled team. I mean, even Granit Xhaka's not making stupid mistakes every week as well, which, I mean, that's kind of a testament to some degree of man management from Arteta, who I think at times has kind of come across a little bit of a bluffer in the last couple of years. But this summer, a couple of very astute signings. Saliba coming back from exile. I mean, that was strange that they farmed him out in the first place, given how bad they were defensively at times. But yeah, there's a sense of there's actually a team unit there now. So yeah, they're going to be a dangerous team. I mean, you don't go 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League when you've got sides like City and Liverpool, and I mean even Spurs to a lesser extent, knocking around without being pretty good. So yeah, I mean it's going to be difficult.
And I assume, Jacob, this is another one where we're not really worried about the result. It's more about the performance.
A week's a long time of football. So much can change from now to when we line up next Sunday.
Lavitt might be back, might he?
Yeah, Lavitt might be back, and there might be more changes. So yeah, it's one of those. I think I wouldn't rule out Southampton doing something now, because I think Arsenal games at home I always tend to enjoy. I think they're always quite good battles. I think Southampton tend to show up for those games, but like you say, Arsenal have improved. They've gone up a level. And for Southampton to get anything out of the game, they've got to have luck. They've got to make sure Arsenal underperform, and they've got to dig in for their lives, really, probably for the whole of the second half. So yeah, it's going to be difficult, but I don't think it's going to be. Just look at the performance, because if Saints go to Bournemouth and they lose, I don't think there's going to be many fans are going, oh, Saints only lost 2-0 today. It's going to be the knives are still going to be out. So yeah, it's a difficult one to navigate.
Yeah, as you say, a week is a very long time. Jacob, do you want to go first with the score prediction? Are you going to say Theo Walcott against his old club?
Yeah, he'll be back by then. I think it'll be 3-1 Arsenal, sadly.
3-1 to Arsenal. Glenn?
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0. And Steve?
I'll go for the 80s scoreline, 1-0 to the Arsenal.
1-0 to the Arsenal. Right, okay. Right, that covers off the two games we've got coming up.